Welcome to the Watch List podcast, a show where we
Yo.
watch a bunch of movies and hopefully make our watch lists a little bit shorter. And Sean speaks through my intro. This week,
No cap.
we're watching Throne of Blood. I got to pick this
Past
movie this
tense.
time around. That's the intro. What were you saying, Sean?
I said past tense, watched, not watching.
Did I say watched or watching?
You said this week we're watching, so I'm just helping you out. Past tense.
I'm just gonna leave all that in. That's fine.
Dude, yeah. I think just don't tell people I'm in a cult.
I'm gonna leave that in too. JK.
All
Welcome.
right, anyways, woo! Oh,
Welcome back to the Watch List podcast. This is episode number 7. I missed last week's, but thank you to Asher.
Lucky number 7.
For Thank you to Asher for. I'm assuming you were the one hosting it, right?
yeah, thanks, Asher.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was.
He didn't do that good, but he did host it. Okay.
Okay. I tried my best.
I'm Obed, and joining me today is Asher, as you heard him.
What's up, guys? I'm Asher, and over here is Sean.
Hey guys, I'm Obed. Here's Asher.
Wait a minute.
And I'm Sean.
I'm Sean. Yep, you nailed it.
Thanks,
You nailed it, bro.
Thanks,
Yeah.
bro. I can do you pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, man, no cap.
I got this. I do.
sound like this.
I like,
is this
I like
turning into?
Columbus.
Yo, chill.
Dang.
I love Columbus, bro. That John's fire.
I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, so I will hopefully get to
Oh,
listen
really?
to that this week or next week.
I forgot to send you my voice recording, so I need to do that.
No, you emailed it to me unless you sent me something else.
I did?
I
Oh.
got an audio file from you.
Oh, I guess I did.
Yeah.
I think what happened was as soon as we stopped recording, I said, I'm going to email this or I'm going to forget. And then I did it, and then I forgot that I sent it, so therefore I just assumed I never sent it.
You do tend to forget, yeah. I usually have to follow up with you when
Yeah.
I'm editing.
Yeah, that's true.
Chase does the same thing.
I'm
though.
usually like in the subway when you text me. Like nowhere near my computer.
Well, I don't know where you are, so I just have to send the text.
I'll just give you my location.
That
Watching
works.
you.
Here, let me just give you my location, Obed. Give me a second.
Okay. While he's giving me his location, this is a reminder that this is not a spoiler-free show. So, if you'd rather
Yeah,
not
guys.
get spoiled, watch the movie first. But if you don't care
True.
or you've seen it, continue listening to this week's
Facts.
episode.
All right, I share my location with you, Obed.
Oh, thank you very much.
So now you can know whichever part of New York I'm in.
All
I
right.
was at a jazz bar last night. That was amazing. Sorry. I'm going off topic. Sorry, guys.
No, I don't
Forgive
care.
me.
I want to go to a jazz bar.
Let's restart.
is
Hey
a
guys, I'm
new
Sean. This
record.
is Obed.
Huh?
Let's restart. Hey guys, I'm Obed. This is Sean.
Welcome to the Watch List podcast. No, I'm joking. There, Sean, you're in my location too now.
Oh yeah, thanks, man.
Wait,
I can't wait to stalk you.
There we go. Yeah, sure. All right. Sean's current
Okay.
location is St. Petersburg,
wild.
Russia.
Yep.
I'm
Yo.
joking.
Someone commented on my short film Broken Boards on YouTube and said, "Cool short film. Hi from St. Petersburg, Russia."
Actually?
Yes.
What are the chances? I had no idea, bro. I was just trying to think of a
That's
random
so-
place. And that's what
That's
came to mind.
funny.
That's funny.
Guys, Erickson got 2,300 views right now
Oh, dang.
in like 2 weeks.
It's a good movie.
Anyways, that's
gonna
the point.
watch it.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just really arrogant. I need attention. Let's continue on with the podcast.
We know. We know.
Obed, why'd you choose this movie?
I chose. So initially, I had chosen the movie Temple Grandin, and I swapped it out because I was no longer in the mood. Like 6 weeks
What
after
does that
I picked
mean?
it. When I picked the movie, I was like, I want to watch Temple Grandin, and then as like we got closer, I was looking at a bunch of other movies, and I was like, I think I actually want to see this one right now. So I just changed
We
it.
were also like on an Asian cinema type of run.
No
So,
cap.
Yeah,
It just fits the
I was
vibe.
definitely in that mood.
This is like what, third Asian film almost in a row?
Yeah, I think.
Is it?
Yeah. I
Probably
mean, we
in the
That was our
had
near
not in a
second.
future.
row because you had one podcast that was split it up, but yeah. So if you look at we did Yee, then we did um Columbus, and then we did um this film,
This one.
Oh,
Throne
Yep.
of Blood.
yeah, that's fair. I mean, I have
Yeah.
been watching a bit more Asian cinema lately, so it's just
That's
great
great.
stuff.
Great. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Let me go over some details of the movie real quick. You guys read the synopsis last week, right?
I'm
Me?
pretty sure.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know if we read the synopsis. I think we might have just said what the movie was about.
I'm just
I don't
gonna.
think we did.
Huh?
Yeah, like I said, Asher didn't really do that good, so you can read the
Oh my
synopsis.
goodness.
Oh boy. All right. If you haven't read the synopsis, you can read it on your own time because we don't normally do that at the top of each episode. But details about this movie: it's called Throne of Blood. It is 108 minutes long. It was released in 1957. There is no rating associated with it. It is directed by Akira Kurosawa. Kurosawa.
Kurosawa.
Yeah, I just don't want to.
Sorry,
Great
I
director.
got killed by zombies. Continue.
The genres are drama and history. It is currently streaming on Max because I was watching it today, and it has an IMDb rating of 8 out of 10 and Letterboxd 4.3 out of 5. Yeah. I've been
We don't
wanting.
read Rotten Tomato scores because they pay the critics. Sorry, Obed.
I don't ever look at Rotten Tomato scores because
Yeah,
of
who
that.
does that, bro?
Well, Rotten
Nobody
Tomatoes
looks at
got
Rotten
sued for actually
Yeah, paying
having
critics.
people on there for paying critics. So
Yeah,
I
dude.
don't trust them anymore.
Yeah, no.
Rotten
Sometimes I'll
Tomatoes
be
is
like,
dumb.
"Oh, that movie was rotten," so I know it was horrible. But that's not always the case. There are plenty of movies that are rotten that I love. It's
That's fair.
That's
just
true.
weird.
I
Like,
have the same thing.
yeah,
Like what?
I don't know. Like, Kinds of Kindness? I'm kidding.
I'm not watching that movie.
Yeah, Yorgos is an interesting guy.
Uh,
Anyways, continue.
yeah. So I picked Throne of Blood just because, I've been on an Asian cinema kick, and I've been wanting to watch more Kurosawa movies. And this one has an iconic scene with all the arrows flying at our main character.
Yeah, that was fire.
So I was like, I want to watch the movie with that
Yes.
scene because I've seen it a couple times or like briefly in a lot of video essays, and I wanted to actually watch the movie was about.
Awesome.
How did you feel now that you finally saw it?
It's really good. No, it's really good. It was maybe a little bit confusing when it came to the time jumps because
Yeah,
we kind of just went to
Mhm.
it, and I'm not sure there was enough change in the characters or the scenery or anything to sort of.
yeah.
It took me a minute to realize, oh, we're in the future right now.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
But the cinematography was gorgeous. I absolutely loved that thing.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it is beautiful.
The-
I just got a ray gun.
The what?
Continue.
Sean's playing video games while we record, so.
I just got a ray gun Mark II, guys. I'm really happy. Anyways, continue.
The sound design isn't the highest quality, right? But it's
Yeah,
very
that's true.
intentionally done, and I like that a lot.
Yes.
I mean, it was 1957. That's what I said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't expect a ton of excellent sound quality because this is also before. This is before surround sound, isn't it?
I think
I don't
so.
know. I think it was before sound was invented.
No.
You know those memes of people Googling when was blank invented, and then they had the weird thing before.
Yeah, the what?
Never mind. There's these memes. Never mind. There's these memes where someone will Google when was
Yeah.
toilet paper invented, and then at the bottom it'll show a picture, and the text says people before the year toilet paper was invented, and it's them wiping their butt with a rock or something.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
That's wild.
So if sound wasn't invented during 1957, I just don't know what the picture would be. It's just what it made me think of.
It would just, what happened was Francis Ford Coppola like re-edited it in 2000 with sound. Originally, it was an experimental film where you're supposed to read their lips.
Imagine.
I'm
That'd
gonna
be
make
crazy.
that now.
That would
It's like,
work
good
for
luck,
some
have
people.
fun.
It would. Like, I feel like it could work. Anything can work, guys.
Yeah. Well, not anything could work, but you could try anything.
Well, yeah, I guess that's what I mean. Like Shakira says, try everything.
Speaking about the sound design of this movie, there was I think pretty much everything was ADR.
Yo, that's what it looks like.
I think it was ADR, 100%.
Yeah.
Because like the way they were speaking was a lot more intense than the way they were acting sometimes.
Yeah. And
Especially
like the lips
the,
were not synced.
Especially his wife. When his
Yeah,
wife
I was
spoke.
gonna say that. That's when I noticed something was off with like that with the audio.
I also noticed it with some of the military generals, or one of them. It's like
Yeah.
at the final scene, they're outside, and he's like, "Hey guys, we're gonna march forward. We're gonna stay in the forest," and the way he was like speaking was a lot more calm than his actual tone of voice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I really like this movie. It's not that long. It took me like 2 days to get through it because I had to watch it in pieces.
Dang,
I've
bro.
been too busy.
Two 24-hour days?
Yes. I've been so busy I had to like sneak it into my lunch break and
But wait, how do you watch a movie for 48 hours and but not finish it if it's an hour and 40 minutes?
He's been busy.
I didn't
No, I
have
mean
to-
like I'm saying like logically speaking. Like if you sat there and watched it for 48 hours, how come it took
I didn't
but if
say
it's an
I
hour
did
and 40 All right, I'm sorry guys. No more jokes. I'm gonna be really serious from now on.
You lose, Asher, you laughed.
Oh.
All right. Those are my immediate thoughts on the movie. Anybody else want to share your thoughts?
Yo, that spirit lady, creepy.
Yes.
Creepy. I was honestly impressed with. Okay, so I know the audio is a little whack, but I felt like it worked for the spirit lady.
Mm-hmm.
It just works. It just brings like this creepiness or the unknown to her voice. And when I was watching this,
Yeah.
I just got really uncomfortable. And I don't know if that was their goal. I would say so, but I thought it was really cool how it almost sounded like she was mumbling most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was on purpose, but it was just like a loud bass mumble whenever she would talk. And I just got really creeped out. But I really liked this movie. I've never seen a Kurosawa film before. I don't know if I just said his name correctly, but I definitely want to see more, especially Seven Samurai, because everyone like praises that movie.
Yeah.
And it's what George Lucas said. That's what inspired the lightsaber fights in Star Wars. So I'm like, okay, I gotta watch this movie then. But yeah, I feel like this movie had a really good suspense and drama. And did you guys know that it's basically a retelling of Shakespeare's Macbeth?
Yeah.
I saw that in
did
your
see
review
that.
and it made so much sense.
I know, right? Because after like breaking it down, I was like, oh my gosh, this is Shakespeare, which is great because Shakespeare is pretty cool. So whenever I was like revisiting my thoughts and thinking about the story, I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense now.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool to see like Kurosawa make a Japanese take on an English play.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's cool. Yeah. What else were your favorite things about it, Asher?
This is gonna sound really funny. I like the trees moving. That was
Dude, I
cool.
love that was like so cool.
When
I was
she's
like,
like-
low-key disappointed that was fake. I was really hoping the trees were
when she
actually
was like,
walking.
She was like, "Your army will only be destroyed, or you will only be defeated by the forest moving, or something like that."
Yeah,
And he's like,
yeah.
"The forest can't move. That's stupid." And all of a sudden, he just looks out the window. You
Oh,
see a
man.
bunch of trees heading towards him.
That was
I'm
really
like,
funny.
"Yo, that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
insane." And then he got betrayed by his army.
yeah. Yep.
Dang, they
No
shot so
cap.
many arrows and barely any hit him.
I was
Dude,
I was also trying to figure out how practically on set. Obviously, they were using probably some sticky arrows, but I'm pretty sure they could have still put an eye out, and they were shooting pretty close to his face. Were they just
Yeah,
confident, or were they just like, I don't know, I was just trying to figure that out practically.
because they hit him. It did not look like it was a
Right.
cut or something. Like they hit him.
I've heard
Yeah.
a couple different things about how they did it. Criterion actually has an article about it that I just found right now.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's really cool.
Um,
Ew.
I'm not gonna watch. It's not an article. There's a video.
Read all the article word by word at 0.5 speed in the podcast.
It's impossible to watch the upfront video. Okay, no, I'm joking. Wait, you said 0.5 speed?
Yeah.
That's faster, right? Or is that slower?
Yeah. No, that's
Slow.
slower.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
If you pray.
impossible to watch the unforgettable climax of. I feel like the sloth from Zootopia.
From
Oh my
Zootopia.
Flash. Flash from Zootopia.
Yeah. I love that guy. That's my homeboy. I think he's my
That's
spirit
funny.
animal.
Okay, so in
So-
this little paragraph, they did use real arrows.
What?
What?
Did he just have like good plating or something? Like what happened?
Let's see. In it, the film set decorator and prop master, I don't want to mispronounce his name, fills us in some of the tricks of the trade. Yes, those were real arrows, as well as the suitably terrified star's response to having acted out his ambitious, violent denouement. I'm gonna link this article or this
Yeah.
paragraph in the description
Yeah,
of the
do
episode,
that.
and I'm gonna give it to you guys in Discord,
Okay.
so everyone
Cool.
can check it out on their
I
own.
wonder
But
if the actor screaming was actually him screaming in real life because he thought he was gonna die.
so I think I heard something about that, where they actually had people firing arrows and they were just super accurate.
That's
Some of
insane.
them might have been like
Yeah, that's-
students,
That's
but I
insane.
can't speak to the exact accuracy of it. So
That's wild. I mean, like, if one person misses, bro's dead.
yeah.
Well, like he got hit, so what's protecting him? Just a bunch of armor or something?
So that could be. It could have been that the arrows that hit the wall are real, and whatever hit him is fake.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Like it's not an all or nothing deal.
Right.
That's crazy to
that
think
could have
about.
also
Because
been
those arrows were close to his face, man.
Yeah, which
It
is
kind of reminds me.
uh huh.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, it's off topic, so keep talking.
Okay. I was just gonna say it could have been again. I want to watch this video later, not right now, unless we pause to watch the video. It could have been like cuts where they put the arrow in there and it's just a seamless cut. Because they
Right.
definitely did that for when the arrow goes in his neck, but that wasn't a
Right.
seamless cut per se. Like I saw it.
Right. It reminds me of have both of you seen Space Odyssey?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have.
So at the beginning when like the panther jumps on one of the monkeys,
Yes.
like that's real. They had like an actual panther jump on one of the actors in the suit.
Get him. Get him.
Yeah, that's wild.
What happened to movies? They used to put people in danger, and now we're too scared.
I mean, ask Alec. I'm pretty
Why
sure
don't
he
we
liked
have-
the old style.
Why don't we have an Oscar category for stunts, man? That needs to be a thing.
That's
I didn't
fair.
even notice there wasn't one.
Yeah, there's not an Oscar category for stunts.
Bruh, that really does need to be a thing.
It's crazy.
Well, then what's it say? Should just be winning all the time, Tom Cruise.
No main actors.
He does all his stunts,
Mm.
so he'd win.
But then a movie won't get nominated if they don't use a stunt actor.
Oh. I don't know.
Just let it be stunts, but it
Oscars
needs
are
to be
dumb anyways.
exceptional stuff. So, Tom Cruise, climbing up the building or flying on that airplane
Yeah.
or whatever. Like, that's, in my opinion, worthy of a
Yeah, yeah.
nomination.
Yeah.
Or the actor
I
that
agree.
rolled down the stairs on John Wick 4. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I don't know if.
Or jumped out of the freaking building.
Yeah.
I mean, he was probably, I guarantee you during that jump, he probably had wires or something, but like, that's crazy watching that.
I still haven't watched John Wick. I need to.
Also, the movie The Fall Guy, which is all about stunts.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
it. It
it's a
hasn't
fun
really caught
movie.
my attention.
It's okay. It's a fun movie, I would say.
Yeah, it's
but
fun.
it does make you like respect stuntmen more when you watch it.
And it's just funny film set humor too.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
So-
film set jokes that we would understand because we've worked on set before.
Bet.
Yeah.
You know what I've never had a chance
yeah,
to
it
do on a
is.
film set?
What?
Is tell someone we're working on a mayonnaise commercial.
Dude, it's so fun. It's the best thing to do.
Have you actually done it?
I haven't, but Tyler did. When we were working on Megaboa. These people were taking a walk through the forest and like, what are you guys shooting? And Tyler's like, yeah, we're making a mayonnaise commercial.
My
That's
thing is,
great.
I love showing people the process of filmmaking. So I'm like, oh yeah, we're shooting this movie and yada yada yada.
Yeah, right.
I'm just
yeah, Harrison Ford is right over there. Oh my God.
Oh, cook.
I'm afraid that I would end up doing that. Nah,
That's
I'd be
crazy.
annoyed. No, I'm joking. Did you by any chance remember what you were gonna say earlier, Sean? That was off topic.
Oh, it was that about the 2001 Space Odyssey stunt.
Oh, okay. That is
Yeah,
a long and kind of boring movie, but really cool.
I love that movie. So
You know
good.
that floating pen? You know how they did it?
Yeah, that's plexiglass.
Yeah. They just
Crazy.
glued the pen to plexiglass that they were rotating by hand.
Was trying to tell Cooper to do that for his capstone, but he went for VFX instead. But it still looked good. For a floating bottle.
Yeah, but it was a wide. That would have been much harder to do.
Well, yeah, I was vouching to not do the wide and just use plexiglass, but
Oh, okay.
anyways, it turned out cool either way, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it still looks cool. Anything else about this movie we really like?
I liked all the foggy shots, exteriors. I thought those were cool. I wish there was more sound ambience to kind of match it, but I did appreciate the exterior shots and the scenes with the witch at the beginning were really cool. And yeah, I mean, trying to think what else. I think the blocking is dynamic because Kurosawa is really good at blocking, just in general.
Well, especially with all those
Yeah,
extras
that was
that
a
we
lot
saw.
of extras.
There were
There's
so
probably
many
AI
of
though.
them. I'm like,
Okay, that scene,
yeah, 1957 AI.
the scene
I'm dead.
where they're like waiting for Mikey to show up for dinner or whatever it is, and we end up seeing his ghost.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Right?
dude, that was so creepy.
It was so cool
Oh
to
my
just like
gosh.
push in on him, and then he's freaking out, and then we pull out and we just see his ghost there, and we push back in and pull back out, and he's gone. I'm like, I know
Yeah.
exactly how they did it, but it's just really cool to see.
Yeah.
It's simple filmmaking, but it's so
Right?
it's done so
These
right.
days, you would have done some kind of transparent layer where you put them on a green screen, and nah.
Where you could just tell
Yeah,
the
that's
actor,
true.
move, move out of the
Dead
way.
Act dead and then get out.
Yep. No cap.
Felt like
yeah.
go
Go ahead.
It felt like seeing his ghosts and all that. It just felt like a Christmas Carol. I am the ghost of Christmas
Oh,
past,
yeah.
present, and future. Well, everything was all about a prophecy and all that. So I was like, this is the ghost of
Right.
Christmas future right here.
Yeah, I like ironic plots. I mean, obviously it does take from Macbeth, but just like the prophecy with the trees and like it ends up being not literal trees, and it's just I think that's just funny. And
Yeah.
obviously, yeah, the arrow scene is phenomenal. I was thinking a lot about how they did that. They were shooting and just like yeah, about whether they're real arrows or not. And then I thought it was really cool when he says it's a crime to kill the Great Lord, and they're like, it's just ironic because he murdered the Great Lord.
Yeah.
Or he said it's treason. So yeah, um, those are kind of my main things I liked.
I think it was just I mean, it's a solid story. Again, we've said this multiple times, based off Macbeth, which is a tried and true story.
Yep,
But
Mhm.
well done. And I liked it.
no cap.
For me, it was between this or Seven Samurai, and I picked this just for the arrow scene, which I didn't know was in the last 8 minutes of the movie. But
That's
maybe,
funny.
well, not my next film, but the one after that. Maybe it'll be Seven Samurai.
Ooh.
Unless I just watch it on my own, because now I'm on a Kurosawa kick.
Yeah, dude, for real.
I've been wanting to watch him for a while because he's Spielberg and George Lucas's favorite director, and a bunch of other people as well.
Exactly.
And they're kind of a lot of my main inspirations. So I was like, I want to see
Yeah.
where they get their stuff from, and I see it. Like you can see Spielberg's blocking in Kurosawa movies, which is
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Asher, did you ever watch the movie Sean 2, High and Low, from 1963?
High and low. I don't think so.
It's a film about this guy whose his driver's son gets kidnapped because the people think it's his son. I swear we watched
I
it
don't think so.
in...
Well, B had us recreate a scene in cinematography class.
Yeah, and I had watched the entire movie in some class, so I don't know if like she
Oh, yeah?
stopped showing it or whatever.
She didn't show
I
it
don't
to us.
remember that movie.
But that was my first Kurosawa movie, because that's a Kurosawa movie.
Oh, is that the one there in the living room?
Yes.
Oh, we didn't watch the movie. I remember seeing it in class. B just showed us like a clip
Oh, okay.
from that movie, but we didn't watch it. But I know what you're talking about. She like really praises the blocking in that scene.
Yes. I think we watched the whole movie. I can't remember. I think we did, but most
I
of
didn't know that was Kurosawa.
yeah,
Now I wanna watch it.
most of these movies are on Max. Like most of his movies are, or a lot of his movies are. I don't know about most, but
Can we also talk about how his main actors in like every single movie he's ever made?
I noticed that too.
That's
I was
dope.
looking at his filmography and I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's in every movie that he's made.
It's wild.
Every director has that.
Yeah, a
That
lot of
actor,
directors
though.
do. Yeah.
Got that one guy. He's like, I trust this dude.
I mean, it works, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's fantastic. I thought he was great in this movie. I need to find out what his name is. I don't have it pulled up. I forget his name.
The actor's name.
The actor's
I
name.
have the IMDb pulled up.
He's the lead.
I don't know.
Oh, I was gonna say one thing I really liked too were the forest shots through the trees and they were running on the horses. That was freaking dope. And the use of like branches foreground was really cool. And especially
Yeah.
because it's like the spider's web forest and it kind of gives that
Mhm.
idea.
Creepy trees. They're coming for you.
I 100% called that the army was gonna have like trees and they were gonna hold it, and it was gonna look like the forest walking. Like you guys didn't see that coming?
No, not really.
Oh.
Honestly.
When the ghost said when the forest moves, then you're gonna lose, I was like, oh, so they're gonna grab the trees and walk, and it's gonna look like the forest moving. I'm not disappointed by it. I just called it. I would have done the same thing.
I legit thought the trees were gonna grow legs and just walk.
I mean, with the, I didn't expect this to
With the ghost.
be a mythical or mystical movie in any capacity, So I think having the
Mhm.
ghost threw me off. So I don't think I expected
Oh,
like anything like that from it.
this one scene I loved is when the camera moves through the hut, and then when the camera just pulls back, the hut is
Yes.
gone. I love that. It's so
Yes.
simple to do, but it's so cool. I'm like, oh, it's so simple to make. Anyone can do it. But it's just so interesting.
It was really. Oh, I remember sitting there, just jaw dropped. Is it
I'm like,
is it sad that
those.
we're so impressed by these things, or no?
No, it's
Okay.
just good. It's just good filmmaking, and
Yeah, it is.
you work smarter, not harder. I mean, those grips went to work, but they got it done.
I mean, we live in an era of filmmaking where things could be so simple, but I feel like we overcomplicate it so much.
Yes, 100%.
Like watching old movies, we're just like all they had to do was pick the tent up or pick the little hut or whatever it was up and move it out the way and back the camera up. But these days, we would put it there and be like, oh no, we gotta shoot it, have them walk through it, do the same thing with it without it, and then do the same thing with a clean plate so we can. But
And then have a CGI fire burn it up.
yeah, or not have the hut there at all and build it at a CG. Yeah, and then you have to account for the lighting on
Exactly,
the
yeah.
actors and. But why not just actually build it and actually move it out the way?
And that's what impresses me with James Cameron's Avatar, because the whole thing is CG.
Yeah.
It is insane.
It looks so real too. Avatar 2 in particular.
When I saw the trailer for The Way of Water, just looking at the CG of it, I was blown away. I was like, ain't no way this is computer. This is crazy.
I watch.
Like seeing the whale in the water, I was like, this looks like a real whale. What in the world?
I watched this YouTube channel called Corridor Crew, and they
Yes!
do a series of
Yes!
show called VFX Artists React. Yep, and
They're so good.
it's really good. I've been watching them since they almost first came out, which is a long time ago now. It's crazy.
Yeah, they've been going on for a couple of years now.
Like I remember when that Sonic episode came out. It's one of their first ones. But they were talking about specifically that close up of the hands when he's tying the leather around his hand in the water.
Yeah.
And like it's looked so realistic they couldn't actually tell whether or not it was CG. And they found out it was shot for real, but they ended up doing so many CG replacements that it turned into a full CG shot. From what I recall,
Dang.
I could be wrong. But
That's
like
crazy.
That budget through the roof.
I mean,
No cap.
they created a whole new
That computer rendering.
they created a whole new water simulation system so that way like the particles stick to the product and that to the subject that it hits, and that it also adds like this wet property to it, which is what made it look more realistic.
How powerful does your computer need to be to render all that? That's insane.
I'm
I
pretty
mean, they
sure
got
it's
the
the
high
size
budget,
of a room.
so probably, because that's crazy. I'm gonna do it on my MacBook Pro 2020. Here I go.
I'm gonna use
It's gonna
Unreal
explode.
Engine.
Well, that's what happened with Transformers. Whenever in the second movie they were rendering the big pyramid one, and then the computer exploded.
Actually
Yo.
exploded?
It exploded. There's a whole clip on YouTube about it. Michael Bay was talking about how the computer was rendering the whole Transformer, like the big giant one, the big as the pyramid, and then as it's rendering, it just explodes because it was too big.
Bruh.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I
Well, we've come a
also-
long way.
For Toy Story 2, someone actually accidentally deleted like
Yep.
the project, but there was this there was somebody working on it that had taken a leave of absence because she was pregnant, but she took a copy home and she had like the only copy. Like if she hadn't had like
I
taken the
remember
time, yeah,
that.
that's like so crazy.
Dude, apparently they had so much security go to her home just to make sure that computer wasn't destroyed in that copy.
Really?
They had like they put it in like all types of protection, like
That's
bubble
so
wrap,
funny.
boxes, you name it.
That's
That
crazy.
It
is
was
so
secured
funny.
and tight.
I'd be doing that too, bro. I'd be calling like
We
the
almost
Brinks
didn't
truck
get Toy Story 2.
and like no, literally. I'd be calling a Brinks truck and like have them securely put it in the back and have like some armed men like sitting in the back with the hard drive.
Like, hold this at all times. Do not put it down.
No, literally.
It's crazy.
And then like someone eats it because they're hungry.
Bruh.
Looks like a pizza.
Brother.
Toy Story 2 was supposed to be a direct-to-DVD sequel.
Really?
Yeah.
Toy Story 2
That's
is amazing.
crazy.
It was initially supposed
2
to
was
be
really
that
good.
because it was the Disney Home Video division. So Disney basically threatened to make Toy Story 2 on their own. So then Pixar just went ahead and did it as a direct-to-DVD sequel, which is what Disney wanted. And then when Steve Jobs saw like how good it was, then he was like,
Yeah.
nah, that we're doing a theatrical release.
Dang, let's go.
But they had almost no time to
Steve
do
Jobs
that.
was like, hold on. They did it, though.
They did. And it
It was crazy
is
good.
probably the best Toy Story movie.
I gotta rewatch it. I gotta rewatch all the Toy Stories. Except for 4. I didn't really care for 4.
Same. I hated Toy Story 2 as a kid. And then as I got older, I actually grew to appreciate it.
3 is my all-time favorite. 3 is amazing. Like, those writers cooked.
I remember when it came
3
out.
made me cry, bro.
You cried?
So long,
Yeah, in
partner.
theaters. Like all my family
Oh.
was crying at the end.
I don't know if
It was the end of an era, man. He was leaving Andy. And so I was like,
And
wow,
then they made Toy Story
this
4.
is it. The end. Which made no
Yeah.
sense. And they're like, it's Woody's story ending. Woody's story ended whenever he left Andy. We don't need a solo ending story. And now they're like, Toy Story 5. What is going to happen in Toy Story 5?
new toys.
What are we doing?
New
toys, new owner. We're leaving Bonnie now. Frick Bonnie. We're going to
Bruh.
go to a new owner now.
They just run away.
I mean, that's what Woody
Toy
did.
Story,
He didn't come back.
Toy Story 2,
He ran
Toys
away.
Gone Wild.
Toy Story 5 came out. It's called Y2K.
I haven't seen it. I saw the trailer and I was like, I'm like half interested in this.
That was a fever
Yeah.
dream movie. That was a fever. I saw it. It was a fever dream.
I heard it wasn't
So-
great. Yeah.
Yeah, I think honestly A24 dropped a lot of like really mid movies last year. I'm afraid of how big they're becoming. Like I can see them expanding and I don't like it. Like I don't know.
Well, they're winning so many awards and doing
Yeah.
so well at the box office that they're just wanting to push out every project that they can.
Yeah, and like they did drop a lot of great movies last year. They really did, but I feel like the ratio for like great to bad is like getting bigger in terms of like
Civil War was great.
there are more bad
I love
movies.
Civil War.
Yeah, because like we had Civil War, we had Janet Planet, Sing Sing,
We Live in Time.
We Live in
great
Time,
movie.
The Brutalist.
I forget
those are a lot of
Brutalist is
good ones.
A24.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so I mean, like they had a lot of great ones, but also like a lot of really bad ones. Like Heretic, that was so bad.
I haven't seen Heretic was A24?
Yeah, dude, and it was terrible. It was so bad.
I didn't know that. I haven't seen it.
And then like, I don't know. I didn't watch Baby Girl, but it just yeah, I don't know. And then what else? They just dropped some other mid movies too. I'm trying to remember.
Y2K.
Oh yeah,
I think I
Y2K.
gave Y2K was like, I think I gave it like a 2.5 out of 5.
Right.
That was
Yeah.
very mid and just odd.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Oh,
can
and then
make
they
weird
dropped
movies.
Tuesday.
Just look at
Tuesday was
everything
really bad.
everywhere all at once, but this just didn't hit.
Just yeah, Y2K just didn't look good. It looked just campy. And I feel like that's not what A24 is, you know?
Yeah.
A24 is not. Like they have a wide variety of movies and like I love so much of their work, but I feel like they're now going for bigger budget movies and like more of them and like now they're just kind of making weird high budget movies or like mid budget I
Mhm.
guess technically would be the right term. But I don't know. I don't know if it's like I just hope they don't get too big and forget like the vision of just letting indie directors do really dope low budget movies, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, they dropped A24 Chocolate. It's kind of mid, bro. I'm not gonna cap.
Wait,
Um,
A24 chocolate?
yeah, it sells at theaters. It's like weird. It's like fizzy chocolate.
Ew.
Like the best way I
What
can
in the
describe it is
world?
a chocolate mixed with Pop Rocks or like nerds.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's not that good. Um, and now they're doing the A24 subscription, which just went up in price. Um, I don't know. I feel like they're doing what a lot of like indie companies and directors do, where
Mhm.
they just kind of get big and then they like start focusing on making more and more money rather than making more interesting art. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Only time will tell. I mean, yeah, we'll see.
It was Nosferatu. Was that
No,
A24 or
no,
no?
that's not A24. He started
Okay.
with A24. Like The Witch was an A24 film,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's somebody else.
I saw a YouTube
What?
video a while ago of this guy. He was like, "Does A24 make bad movies?" And he explained, like, yes, but they've done a good job of burying them, if you will.
Yeah,
But I think
yeah,
now that they're getting bigger, it's going to be much harder for them to bury bad movies.
yeah. I
Mhm.
agree. I think they're not. There's a few like. There's one called Tuesday that came out last year, an A24 film with like the CGI parrot like toxin vapes or something, and like they definitely buried that John because it looked terrible. But yeah, it's gonna be harder. But I think like at the same time, I think it's like the more great movies they make, the more money they have to make those like little hidden ones that might blow up, like After Sun,
Mm-hmm.
um, and might win an Oscar. But I think at least they're trying. Like even if some of the movies are bad, like at least they're giving unique directors a voice. But I just hope that they don't get too big for their own good.
Mhm.
Agreed. Agreed.
I gotta watch The Green Knight.
Like I
Haven't seen
like
it yet.
I think A24 is replacing Hollywood, which is amazing, but I hope it doesn't try to become Hollywood, if that makes sense.
Right.
Hollywood, Hollywood. Hope Nate doesn't go Hollywood.
Bruh.
That is the
Bro, I
pattern.
saw an F the other day. Okay.
It's the pattern, though. If you look at the history of filmmaking, it's like, film. A lot of major filmmaking was kind of started in New York. It was like the original Hollywood.
Yeah.
And then,
Let's bring it back. Sorry, California, you're too expensive.
well, it moved to California because California was dirt cheap. And then,
How the turntables.
and then, you had your California style movies rather than your New York style movies. And then, now Hollywood is turning into, New York, where it's just too expensive and things are being overdone with studios. Like it's this circle of indie filmmakers make something, studios start signing people so they can start producing that same content. They start turning it into a product rather than actual art, and then people reject it so hard that the studios then fall and filmmakers come back up, and then another studio rises and they take the indie filmmakers, and then it's literally a circle. It's happened like 3 times already.
Why does no one like this? We spent $250 million on this.
I mean, there were years where they would literally release, I think, almost thousands of movies.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think in the 1920s, like if you
Honestly-
go on Letterboxd to see all the movies, it has like 1,000 something movies on it, or almost 1,000 movies, something like that. I'm gonna check right now.
It's really annoying that the Brutalists used AI.
Yeah,
Music.
I saw
Oh.
that, and I loved that movie.
One of my
I was like,
students asked me
oh.
about that.
Amelia Perez does not deserve any
I
nominations.
heard.
None.
I haven't seen it, but I heard.
Horrible film.
Wait,
I
what was
gave it
horrible?
Half
What'd
Amelia Perez.
you say?
I gave it half a star. It's horrible. It's honestly one of my
Yeah.
most liked reviews
It's
on
crazy that it got
Letterboxd,
13
which is funny.
nominations.
Hey guys,
So,
just really quickly,
yeah.
1890, in the 1890s. So in that year, that span of 10 years, that decade, 2,066 movies were released.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So
You know, my watch count is only 1,075.
I think you've.
That's
watched more than
crazy to
me.
think about.
Only
That's insane.
1,075.
Well, no, when you're comparing it to the 70s or
Yeah.
90s, and they had 2K.
18.
What's
That's
wild is like
crazy.
the amount of
1897
movies
had
made now.
614 movies. Sorry. Oh,
Oh my.
Isn't now there's like millions of movies made a year, right? Or am I blowing that out of proportion? I know, like I heard somewhere that the
Let me
amount
look
of
that up.
like I think that 2000 number is like how many movies are made like a month now here?
How many
yeah. So
Maybe
movies?
even a week.
in the last 5 years, 219,469 movies have been released. Yeah. I have no idea where
That's
these movies
insane.
are going, bro.
I mean, just think you have like all the ones that are known, and then all the indie films that are not known that are good, and then all the indie films that are not good are like first time features, and then all the like Tommy Wiseau's making The Rooms, and then you have the
Straight to
Asylum.
DVD.
Yeah, then you have companies like the Asylum making Megaboas and Shark Waters to make a quick $30,000 profit or whatever. And then you have all the bad Christian Pure Flix movies. And then you have, you know what I mean?
Pure
It's like,
Flix.
yeah.
That stuff is rough.
Geez, yeah.
You can
Yeah.
make good Christian movies. It's just somehow there's a lot of bad ones. Even
Well, it's
our
because,
professor was like, bruh.
well, yeah, it's because they're obsessed more with quote unquote spreading a message, but in reality, they just are capitalizing off of Christians who want something with the name of Jesus in it,
Yeah.
and don't care how good it is, for the most part. That's not the case for everybody, but yeah.
Sean, did you see Robert Eggers? I think is that how you pronounce his last name?
Eggers.
Yeah.
Did you
Mhm.
say the next 2 projects he wants to make?
No, what did he say?
The next movie he's making is a werewolf movie,
Is it what?
and then a werewolf movie, like a movie about a
Okay.
werewolf, and then after that he's going to do a reboot of Labyrinth, Jim Henson's Labyrinth.
What?
Hey, yo.
Yeah,
That's weird.
which I'm like, Robert Eggers doing Labyrinth?
Yeah,
The freak?
I just watched that movie in
seems
theaters
weird.
like 2-3 weeks ago.
They're showing Wally at that theater.
I just
And
saw
Bonnie
2
and
Towers at that
Clyde.
theater.
Oh, that's cool.
I know.
It was
You
great.
texted me like to join. I was like in the middle of a rehearsal, or about to start a rehearsal.
No, you're good.
I wanted to go.
You know Elvis performed at that theater?
Yeah.
Remember we saw La La Land, Sean?
Yeah, I do. That was like when I wasn't gonna go, and then and
You were like,
I was
okay.
coincidentally 2 blocks away from the theater, and I was like, well, I guess I'll just walk there and join you guys.
That's crazy.
That's
That was
crazy.
really funny. Then we went to a jazz bar.
And we just vibed.
Yeah, I went to my first jazz bar in NYC last night. It was so incredible. I was like
Nice.
transported.
Me and Johnny have been talking about going to a jazz bar.
Do it.
Dude, they're vibey.
I know. That's
They're
what I want to
great.
go. I built
Do you
a
remember
jazz
the
bar in
Godfather
Minecraft.
looking dude we saw, Sean?
Um,
In the corner? He had like a big old bow tie suit and all that. He looked like the Godfather.
I don't
I
remember,
was
but
like, oh
that's funny.
Lord,
You're coming to
we're gonna
my home.
die.
That's mad funny.
I put that movie on my projector in my bedroom while I was doing some work the other day.
Oh, nice.
It was just
That's a
cool.
On
vibe.
my daughter's wedding.
You don't
My
even call me
grandmama.
Godfather.
I
You
still
remember the
have to watch part
Godfather
2
parody in Zootopia?
and part 3. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yes. I thought that was perfect the way they did it. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
It's great. It's
These
great.
big polar bears, and then it's just some little rat. It's not even a rat. I forgot what kind of species he is.
I think one time someone compared
mouse.
me.
Was
They
he a
said
mouse?
if
I
you
don't know.
were, oh what?
I don't know what they are.
The Godfather and anyway, that doesn't matter. It was a tiny animal.
Yo, you guys are cutting out.
I think you're the one
Oh
that's cutting
no!
out.
Can you hear me?
Now I hear you. One time someone
Okay.
said they were like, I remind them of the fox in Zootopia. One time
Nick?
someone also said that, yeah. And one time someone also said that, like, you remember the Australian breakdancer in the Olympics? That one girl, they said, if you were a girl, like, that would be your personality. I was like, wow. Thanks.
Bruh.
Bro.
That's crazy.
There's a Godfather
Yeah.
parody in Modern Family.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys should watch Kirk's short film from Gilmore Girls. In Gilmore Girls, there's this really weird character named Kirk, and like they're gonna do this yearly movie watching thing where they watch a movie, and he's like, "Can I show my short film I've been working on for 5 years?" And it's just I don't know how to explain it. It's just otherworldly, ridiculous.
What's it called again?
But look up Kirk's short film Gilmore Girls. It's really funny.
You've really been on
Alrighty
Gilmore
then.
Girls kick.
What?
You've really been watching Gilmore Girls lately.
Bro, I love Gilmore Girls. I just started season 3 and it got like so intense. Bro, the filmmaking of Gilmore Girls is incredible. It really is.
I just spelled girls
Do you know it's the
with
same
an O.
writer as
Girls.
it's the same writer as Marvelous Miss Maisel?
I haven't seen that either.
Wait, same writer as what?
Marvelous Miss Maisel.
I freaking love that show.
Really?
Yes,
I
that
didn't
is
know
one of my
that.
favorite shows of all time.
Dang. Yeah, same writer as Gilmore Girls.
Oh, dang it. I've been avoiding Gilmore Girls.
You need to watch it.
I wanted to
It's
watch
so
it.
good. Ultimate
Season
comfort
2
show.
of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is one of my favorites. It was the first one I watched because
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was on season 2 because
Oh, that's
Prime Video's
funny.
interface is weird sometimes.
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
But I watched I watched most of season 2 first, and that thing captivated me. Cinematography in that thing, the writing, everything is brilliant.
I need to watch it, yeah.
Me
It
too.
I mean, I
is-
trust the writers.
It
They
is
made
not
Gilmore
in
Girls.
huh?
No, I was saying I trust the writers since
Oh.
they made Gilmore Girls.
It is not at all an appropriate movie or show, sorry. So, like, yeah, they don't stray from language or nudity or anything like that. So
Right,
there's your warning for that.
No,
But
good.
it, that aside, it is an amazing show. I love it.
Film. We love film.
Yes, I bought The Social Network the other day.
Yo, it's so good.
I started
Mark!
watching it and then I fell asleep
Mark!
because I'm just so tired.
Andrew Garfield was great in that movie.
Yeah, Social
so well.
Network is top tier cinema. One of the best movies of the 2010s. So good.
He's wired
Um,
in. What? He's wired in.
In another
Yes.
world, Danny Boyle directed The Social Network and David Fincher directed Steve Jobs.
Do you see that they're making a sequel?
To Social Network?
Yeah, the original director's
Yeah.
coming back. Yeah.
I did see
Didn't we
Aaron
talk about
Sorkin
this?
said he was writing about it. I think we kind of did.
Yeah.
I wish they wouldn't make a sequel. Like, I don't. If they
'Cause
made it
isn't
like
it
a
like a
weird
biography?
spin-off. Kind of, yeah. It's like it's a biopic, not traditionally a biopic. I mean, it's really more about the conflict of whether Facebook was stolen or not. Not necessarily a biopic about Mark. Wait, have you seen it, Asher?
Of what? Social Network?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
Oh,
it.
okay, yeah. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. It's just weird to make a sequel of that. Like, it just doesn't feel right.
Is Sorkin writing it?
He is, yeah. He said he would only make it if David Fincher came back to direct it. So I think David Fincher is coming back to direct it.
It feels weird.
I wonder if they're gonna have Mark Zuckerberg's glow up in the movie. Like the movie should be all about that. How he like became human.
I want to see the courtroom scenes or when he's like talking to Congress because he's done that a lot the past couple of years. So I hope they have
Yep.
like some type of scene like that. I would love to see that.
Maybe
Like
he'll
those
yell
memes.
at them about his flip flops.
I saved a meme a couple years ago of Zuckerberg at one of those meetings drinking water, and it said drinking my ice juice.
You know, I think I feel like he said this even on the podcast, but there's a video where Mark Zuckerberg is talking and he says, "When I was human." I mean, it's so funny.
Bro, he
He's
was
a
at the
lizard.
inauguration.
He's a lizard.
What?
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was
You
with
had
Jeff
him next to Tim
Bezos.
Cook, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
The guy
Every
from
billionaire you can think of.
Yeah, it says a
what's the
lot.
Google guy? It was just interesting. They also all went to church together.
What the frick?
What
Yeah,
the
did-
freak?
did
They all went to
Did-
church
did-
together with the president and then proceeded to sit on
Wow.
his side of the aisle at the inauguration.
Did they get him? Did they like use the Trump Bibles? That's my question.
You used the what?
The Trump Bibles?
The Trump Bibles?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know he sells Bibles.
Oh yeah. Trump sells a Bible called the
Yeah.
Trump Bible.
Oh, is that
Yep.
why he didn't put the hand on the Bible this time? Because it was his.
Maybe. 'Cause
It's not my Bible, so no.
So I'll be honest, I wasn't like the biggest fan of Throne of Blood.
Really?
Yeah, I gave it 2.5 on Letterboxd. It just didn't captivate me. Yeah, it didn't.
Interesting.
I really hated the lack of good sound design, and I didn't like the direction that much. Like, it's just so dramatic, and it's not. The thing is, by 1957, we were starting to get past that style of acting. So it's a choice. I did like the choice that they shot in black and white because they could have shot in color. So I do like that. I do like they chose to shoot black and white. I think that was appropriate.
Hmm.
I just didn't like care for the characters, you know. Personally, I don't know. I just couldn't get into the movie. It's just one of those where like I don't have the most reasons. It's just like it just didn't really captivate me. There are things I liked a lot about it, but yeah.
I felt like I couldn't give it anything less than 4 stars. It's a classic movie, but also what you don't like about it, with the sound design, I gave it a pass just because sure we were getting closer to better sound, but not really.
Yeah.
And with the acting, yes, it was way over dramatic, but I kind of like it. Like it just felt more
Okay.
theatrical.
Yeah, it does feel theatrical for
And
sure.
with the blocking and a significant amount of wides too, I think it played into it well.
Right.
Especially
Makes sense.
like this is a riff on Shakespeare, so yeah, it's that big over the top.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yes, and it
that's
does
why for
have-
me, I was like, I think this works.
Yeah.
And I'm also a fan of more classical acting rather than modern acting, I think.
Yeah.
Which I wanna focus on that real quick. So, as you guys were saying, that's like a lot of theatrical drama and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you notice, like whenever he's freaking out or wanting to get ready to fight, he uses a lot of facial muscles. Where in
Yeah.
like cinema today, it's mainly focused on the eyes and voice of the actor.
Mm-hmm.
But and while watching this, I noticed a lot of, the actors making faces to show what emotions they're going through, and that is theater acting.
Yeah.
Which
It is, yeah.
it fits it because I mean I think the movie was mainly shot in a wide. Was it guys? I don't remember for sure.
I think it was a fair
I saw a
mix.
lot of wide. Yeah, I just saw a lot of wides, and it made me think like, oh, this is a stage, and then it's like, oh wait, this is based off Shakespeare. Maybe it's supposed to be like a stage. I don't know, but yeah, it does have a different type of acting. Did you laugh at me, Sean?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because when you started talking about facial expressions, my mind immediately went to the frown Florence Pugh does all the time. And I didn't know if it was like a meme or a thing, but I just looked up the Florence frown, and it is.
You didn't know
Florence
that?
frown.
I didn't know it was like a meme. But it's
That's
just always in my
funny.
head.
Every time she wants to cry, it's just I did the facial expression as if you guys can see me.
Oh my!
Bruh.
She uses that facial expression a lot in Little Women.
Yeah,
Oh
she
my
does. That's
goodness.
what I remembered it in Little Women, but
I'm Amy.
and then she does it a lot in Little Women, but she also I didn't realize she does it in Midsommar too. So
I love Midsummer.
She's
It's
a good actress.
creepy.
She's just
Oh,
like
yeah,
always
she's
crying in
great.
her movies.
yeah,
I liked
she's
her a
great
lot
actress.
in We Live in Time.
I still
And
haven't seen that.
Yeah,
her and Andrew Garfield did a really good job. I was honestly really sad it didn't like get nominated for like Best Original Screenplay or something like that.
Mm.
I think that would be like the only Oscar it should get. I mean, maybe for Andrew Garfield and for Woodsfield to get an actor and actress nom, maybe. Don't know for sure. I mean, compared to Emilia Perez, I think they should have that instead of them. But but besides that, I think it should have at least gotten one for screenwriting. I think it did a really good job.
Okay, fair enough.
Nice.
Yeah, I need to watch it. I still haven't seen We Live in Time.
Same. So not Asher. Sean, I'm not at all saying that your opinion's wrong. I just said some of the reasons you didn't like it is actually why I liked it. That's all.
That's fair, yeah, and that's honestly a big thing about like how acting has changed. It's so naturalist now as compared to like earlier decades where it was very much acting, and now it doesn't feel like acting.
Yeah. Like in Columbus.
Yeah,
Or
right.
Yee.
It's right, exactly. But even some films like the modern tragedy of Macbeth, like I'm pretty sure is kind of that theatrical style of acting. I haven't seen it, but I think it's kind of more along that line.
I haven't watched it yet, but based
I
on the
still gotta
trailers,
watch.
I would say it's somewhat like that.
I've never seen an original film about Macbeth. The only reason I know the story of Macbeth is because I had to read it in a class for my high school. And we
Yep,
literally
same.
every day for a whole week in my English class, we all took turns playing a character, reading the script. And it was more of a translated script like modern English. You know, Shakespeare's writing is different compared
Yeah.
to like what we read in a book today or a script. So it was modern day English, but it was still very fun.
Yeah, fair enough.
I watched a play of it, like a recorded play of it, but I haven't seen like an actual movie.
I'm gonna watch more of his films.
Same.
I'm gonna watch more because I've only seen this and that's it. So I need to watch more Kurosawa and actually see where his mind and creativity is coming from.
Same. We're gonna wrap up here soon. I just want to know what movies you guys have watched this week aside from Throne of Blood that we maybe haven't mentioned.
Wait, our recommendations?
No, what have you watched, and then you can do your recommendations in a little bit.
Oh, what did we watch recently?
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay.
I watched The Brutalist, which I thought was really good. It just unfortunately used AI for some of the actor's voice because it's a very thick Hungarian accent. And apparently I don't know if it's true, but they used some AI for the architecture and all that, which I was like, oh, bruh. But I don't know if that's true. I know it was true about the actor's voice. I just don't know about the architecture background stuff that they were saying. But overall, I really enjoyed the story. I really liked the pacing of the film. I love the cinematography. It was really, really good. There's this opening shot in the film of like the Statue of Liberty and it's like upside down and all that and it looks really cool, especially with the music going off. It's just really beautiful. And yeah, I had a really good time with The Brutalist.
I had a student ask me about that movie. I hadn't seen it yet, but they were like, what do you think of the use of AI? Because apparently, like you said, they used a voice and also there was a painting in there that apparently was made with AI.
Some of the background, like the architecture that you see, because it's a movie about building and like architecture and stuff like that. But apparently, according to some sources, I don't know if it's true, they used AI to like make the buildings or the blueprints of the landscapes and stuff.
my opinion was that using the AI for the voice is, I mean, fine. It's been done before, like a little bit, not extremely. It's at that point, it's just a useful resource, but I would have probably just invested in making sure that the voice came out clearly the first time around.
Do you think he deserves the Oscar nom for Best Actor?
Acting's
Who?
more than just your voice. So,
Gotcha.
given that there's more than just dialogue, that, you know, like if he
Mhm.
was actually like acting fully, I don't see
Mhm.
why not.
But why didn't they
But
just
we're
get him
talking
to
about
ADR? That's my question. Like,
That's
that's my.
they did. Apparently they did, but he still struggled with the accent.
I
So
mean,
then
I
they
just
went to
feel like
AI and
it's
made it more.
lazy to do AI. It's just
there's other
Yeah,
I
definitely
just
so
feel
other
like AI does not
solutions.
belong anywhere near any film.
there was an
I
there was an
disagree,
interview
but
with the editor. There was an interview with the editor, and they said they were three different things. They did one, he did the lines while he was on set, and then two, they did ADR, but apparently that there was still it just didn't sound good when he even tried his best. So they used this program. I forget what it's called, but he did name it in the article,
Mhm.
and that's when they like cleaned up his accent a lot more to sound more crisp and actually like what a Hungarian accent would sound like.
I think using it to help with dialogue is fine, but it should be your last resort and it shouldn't be overdone. I don't think AI doesn't have a place in filmmaking, but I think it should just be another tool that we get to use rather than a crutch. Like
Yeah,
it
I hear
shouldn't be
that.
the way we use like CG right now is a crutch. And
Exactly.
that's slowly being undone. And AI, we can't let AI get to that point. It
But I
just
feel
needs
like
to
it
be,
will,
huh?
you know. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I would
No,
say
no.
I
What were
feel
you saying?
like if we use it incrementally, let it be used in small proportions to replace human artistry, like it's just gonna get bigger and bigger, and people are gonna get lazier. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just my thought, though. I mean, it's just my opinion.
I
You know
think
what's
we just
funny
have
is
to.
that
Uh-huh.
sorry, the movie Her, 2013 about like AI. Well, I mean, it's not really about AI, but AI is a big part of the story. Was set in 2025.
Oh, dang.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well then, something to reflect on, audience.
No, literally. I mean, it predicted a lot. It really did.
Again, I think it can have a place. We just need to figure out what it is. Because AI
Yeah.
is like, AI is a large subset of tools and resources, right?
Right.
So you need to decide what should we use and what shouldn't we use. Like we shouldn't be using it for script writing.
Yeah.
Um, we shouldn't be using it
No,
for art in reality,
no, automatically
Right.
no.
like paintings, drawings.
Right.
But, you know, I believe, has been used to assist in deepfakes, which have been extremely useful as part of de-aging,
Yeah.
right? So it
Right.
has a place, but what part of AI it should be used, and it needs to be controlled. So like you said, Sean, we don't get lazy with our filmmaking.
Right. Right. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
It's just very limited. It's just like
Right.
having a screwdriver on your tool belt. It's not the tool for everything.
Right. Right. Yeah. No, I get that.
All right, Sean.
I'm just worried
Asher gave
companies
his
would
movie.
abuse it.
Yeah.
Some most definitely will.
It already
Hmm.
has been on a lot of things. And
I didn't do that
yes.
Yeah.
for one of these Marvel shows. They made the intro using AI.
Oh, Secret Invasion. That
Yeah.
whole intro for Secret Invasion, like we're showing the
That's
credits,
that's
all the art
terrible.
is AI. All the
That's
art is
terrible,
AI.
dude.
And it's not like that couldn't have been done by someone. Like,
And if you look it up on YouTube, Secret Invasion intro, and watch it, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, yeah, that's 100% AI. It looks awful."
oh yeah, I saw it. I haven't watched the show, but I've seen parts of the intro for sure.
The show sucks too. I watched it and it was bad.
I saw like 5 minutes of it and I'm like, yeah, typical Marvel.
Which
I
sucks
was
because
like,
Marvel
"Oh my
used to be
god, ew."
great. All right, Sean, what movie have you watched this week?
Nickel
recently.
Boys was life changing. I saw it 2 days in a row, and it's the best film of last year. Well, I haven't seen The Brutalist, but out of all the films I saw, it's the best. Yeah, life changing movie. It's experimental too, and completely shot in POV. It also has
Mhm.
archival footage, and yeah, just I think it's the pinnacle of filmmaking right now.
Would you
Mm.
say that's
Um,
your best picture pick?
um, yeah, I just know that it's
Just
not going to win Best Picture.
well,
I
like
just I just don't care about the Oscars. Like I
no,
don't.
yeah. Put away statistics. Put away stats aside. Like
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
saw, like you would pick this as your movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's definitely best pick unless
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I just haven't seen The Brutalist, so but I would say yeah, like Nickel Boys absolutely. It was made for
Gotcha.
10 million too, which is
Oh
nothing.
dang.
I gotta watch it. I heard
Um
it's really good.
it's literally phenomenal. Um yeah. And then other than that, I rewatched A Ghost Story, really incredible.
Hmm.
And then what else have I seen recently? Let me look at my letterbox. Um Oh, Hippo. Hippo
Hippo.
is the weirdest film I've ever seen, but it was a masterpiece. It's like an evil Wes Anderson meets like a dark Stanley Kubrick film. Um, it's hilarious, very, very, very twisted, but very genius and great storytelling. And it's shot in black and
Gotcha.
white in one location. It's
Oh.
literally phenomenal. I happened to walk into it. Me and my friend were gonna watch Nickel Boys, but they didn't have tickets, or they only had one ticket. So we're just like, all right, we'll just walk into Hippo, and yeah, that was an experience.
Noise.
How about you, Obed?
My turn. I have 3 movies that kind of stood out. I watched Challengers, which I did not enjoy. I also watched Alien Romulus, which I quite enjoyed.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Goated.
Yeah,
Goated
it's really
alien
good.
movie.
It's really good. Sound design's amazing, and it just felt like the first Alien movie, classic, but
Yes.
scarier. Because I think my biggest complaint with the first Alien movie is that it wasn't scary at all for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't count jump scares as scares.
Right, right.
And then I recently rewatched The Prince of Egypt.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good movie.
I saw that thing on a massive screen, and it was it's gorgeous, bro.
Was it in theaters?
No, I just have access to a massive screen.
Nice.
Yeah. That thing is beautiful. The music, the sound design, the shot design in it, the animation. Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah, it's
Like,
pretty phenomenal.
I said I was watching it with Johnny in Israel, and I was just like, what happened to animation? What happened?
Yeah.
Money and pushing out stuff before they're even finished.
No kidding. That's not to say that there aren't beautiful movies these days, but there's
No,
just
yeah,
something
yeah.
about that, that 2D
Wild Robot,
animation.
amazing.
Oh, it's on
Such a
Peacock
good-
now. I can watch it.
It's so good.
Wild Robot's pretty
I
freaking great.
cried.
I haven't cried at a movie yet, I don't think.
I haven't cried with an animated film until now when I
Hmm.
saw Wild Robot.
Maybe I'll cry. I'm not gonna cry. I don't cry. I'm crying.
Yeah, it's mad solid. Wild Robot's really good. I made a 2024 ranked on Letterboxd.
I made one too
Um,
after that episode.
I gotta see
Oh, really?
yours. I have mine. Do we all have one?
Yeah,
That's funny.
I gotta see.
Oh,
I gotta
shit.
grab my phone. I'm gonna go get it right
Bro.
now.
I'll check you guys out.
Oh, Kings and Queens of 2024.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Where'd you go?
I went to go get my phone
Oh,
that I thought I was charging, but it didn't charge at all.
bro. This morning, I woke up with my phone. Normally, it's like next to me charging, and I woke up with it unplugged, like from the wall, but still plugged into the cable.
What the heck?
I know. It was like, how did that happen?
Right.
I have watched 3 out of the 14 movies on your list.
Nice.
I have seen Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
Conclave, great movie. Oh my gosh.
Conclave is so good.
And Alien Romulus. And then Wild Robot will be soon.
Can't believe you haven't seen Civil War yet.
I just keep not getting around to it.
It's so good.
I just like put on a movie. Well, so Civil
Oh,
War I'm gonna watch with my
man.
sister, which is why I
Oh,
haven't
cool.
just put it on.
Raina gave Dune 1 2 out of 5.
What the?
Bruh. She said, I don't know, maybe this just wasn't for me. Yes, it's visually amazing, but that's all about I had going for it.
Wait, who said that?
Bruh. Raina.
Raina.
Oh.
There's
It's
no
alright.
dislike on Letterboxd.
Yeah, I mean,
Let me find your
That's true.
where are you, Oped? There you are. There's your profile. Let me go to your list. 2024 release ranking. Okay, is Conclave good? I haven't seen it yet.
It's really
Conclave is
good.
incredible. Yeah.
Okay. I need to watch it then because I know it's up for Best Picture as well. I'm trying to like watch all the Best Picture nominations, and freaking Emilia Perez was boo 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 doo doo doo. That's what I gotta say. But I
I
liked
heard it was bad.
I've seen like 4 out of the 10 that were nominated.
What's funny about Civil War is that, like, I think it's not a political film almost by any means. So it's funny that, I mean, I guess I obviously, like, I see how people can get to that conclusion, but I think it's just about characters. It's really, I didn't find it to be political at all.
You didn't find it to be what?
Political.
I haven't seen it yet, but I want to see it. I just keep not
Yeah,
getting
it's really
around to
good.
it.
All right,
Conclave.
boys. Oh, what?
Hmm?
I'll just say I gotta head out.
Oh, okay. Like you're leaving right now?
Well, I mean, I was just, yeah, and like, well, I have to leave in the next 5 minutes.
Okay.
Professor B liked my Throne of Blood review.
Aw,
Oh,
cute. So in that case, Sean, do you want to give us your random movie recommendation?
Oh, random movie recommendation. I saw the TV Glow.
Ooh.
Johnny told me
Yeah.
that one was good.
He told you what?
He said that one was good.
Yeah, it is. Watching in theaters was like top 3 cinema experiences. It like put me in a trance. I was like transported to another world. So I've rewatched it, and like, I'll be honest, I've liked it less each time I rewatch it, but it's still a completely unique movie that like is like no other. And the second half of the film is just purely phenomenal. And it's kind of like a modern David Lynch movie, but it's still its own thing. Yeah.
All right. I'll link that in the description. Asher, do you have a random movie recommendation?
So I'm gonna have to go with Lord of the Rings: Two Towers. Just saw that at my local historic theater. It was amazing. Of course, you haven't seen any of the Lord of the Rings, start at the beginning. There's started Fellowship, but Two Towers was still amazing. It's fantastic. Peter Jackson just knew what he was doing. He was just like, I'm gonna take Tolkien's love and just put it on a screen, and it was fantastic. I will never get tired of this trilogy. It's just so good.
No cap.
I was gonna make my recommendation The House of Flying Daggers, but I can't recall if I did that already in episode 5. So if I didn't,
All right.
that's my recommendation. If I did
Yeah.
if I did recommend that already, I'm gonna say, you know what? Let's go with The Creator. That movie's really good.
Dope.
Ooh.
The DP is very active on Letterboxd.
Oh, nice.
Is he really?
Yeah,
What's his
Oren
profile
Soffer.
name?
Just his name, Oren Soffer.
Warren? Is that what you said?
Oren, Oren Soffer. Also, Paul Schrader has a letterbox. I didn't know that till yesterday.
He's what?
A letterbox account. He's the guy who wrote Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, has directed lots of
Okay.
films. Yeah, he's really funny.
This guy looks
I
like he
saw
would
some-
have a letterbox.
Who? Paul Schrader?
Oren.
Oh, Oren Soffer, yeah. All right, I do gotta head out, guys. But thanks for having me on the episode. You guys are the best.
Thanks for being here, Sean.
Wait. What is the film for next week? We gotta say.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, if you have to go, Sean, then you can just go and we'll finish.
Yeah, I
That's
gotta
true,
go.
Yeah.
All right. See you,
But-
Sean.
See you guys. Take
Thank
it
you.
easy.
Bye.
No problem.
All right. Unfortunately, Sean had to go, but we'll finish this up. We'll wrap this up now. This has been like a slow ending, kind of like a slow burn. But
Yeah.
it's been nice. It's just been like a really long, fast-paced week for me. So to kind of just sit here and slow down and talk has been really nice. Next week's movie. Do you have it pulled up by any chance, Asher?
I do. It is Israel's pick. It is
Yes,
called
it is.
Days of Thunder. Came out in 1990. He's rated PG-13. The director is Tony Scott, and I think it stars Tom Cruise, if I'm correct.
It does. Yes.
But apparently, it is a racing film, I believe.
Israel is big on NASCAR, so this is definitely makes sense.
Gotcha. Well, that is next week's film, everybody. Days of Thunder.
It is currently streaming on Paramount Plus and Hulu, and apparently TNT, TBS, and True TV.
Let's go.
But you can also rent it pretty much anywhere and buy it pretty much anywhere. Should we read the synopsis real quick?
Yeah. In the fast-paced world of NASCAR, you called it, a rivalry brews between rookie hotshot Cole Trickle and veteran racer Rowdy Burns. When both of them are seriously injured in competition, the former bitter rivals become close friends. While Cole's spirit's restored by a romance with neurosurgeon Dr. Claire Lewick, and Rowdy's still sidelined by injuries, Cole decides to race Rowdy's car in the Daytona 500 against the underhanded newcomer Russ Wheeler.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
this
Drama
movie isn't,
racing.
This movie isn't like the highest rated, but it's not like bad. So I'm interested
No.
to see because it's got like mixed reviews. So
Mhm.
Israel really likes it. So I'm interested to see my thoughts
It's
on
gonna
it.
be great.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thanks for being here, Asher. This was
No
fun.
problem.
And thank you.
We'll
to
see you
everyone
guys next
listening.
week.
Yeah, boy. You can obviously follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and on Instagram as well at watchlist.podcast. I don't oversee that, so I have no idea how much we're posting on there. But Chase tends to oversee it, and everyone else on our team has access to it. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, just give us a follow there, and we're going to be hopefully putting out previews of the next movies to come and clips as much as we can.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Alrighty.
Hopefully you join us next week.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.